He checked his watch. Still afternoon, but dark and gloomy from the storm. He swung open the door. Wet, bedraggled, and wearing a form-fitting red suit jacket with a matching pencil skirt, a woman flicked her wide-eyed gaze down his bare chest and open denims before darting back to his face.
"I'm so sorry, did I wake you?"
Zipping up, he glanced beyond the covered porch, but saw no car. What he did see, though, was a flood of water covering all but the crest of his road. "No, ma'am." The weather had been wet and miserable for 2 weeks straight, but today's rain rose to a whole new level. It had been battering the property not only all day, but all night as well. The waterlogged soil wouldn't be able to handle much more. At least his cabin was on high ground. She gave his bare chest another quick once-over.
"I see. Well, my rental car started filling up with flood water a ways back."
She twirled her hand, indicating the woods behind her.
"I had no choice but to abandon it. I saw your mailbox, then the no trespassing signs, but this was an emergency, so I followed the road to your house."
She swiped back a clump of blonde hair from her face.
"Please tell me you're not a serial killer."
Sighing, he widened the door, allowing her space to come in. "I'm not a serial killer." She surveyed the polished wood floor just beyond the doorway.
"I'm sopping wet. I don't want to make a mess on your floor."
"It'll be fine." Bracing herself on the doorframe, she bent her knee and slipped one mud-caked red pump off her foot, then did the same with the other. She went from being about 5'10" to 5'7".
"You're really so kind to do this."
A whipping wind carried the dank smell of boggy earth and drove rain onto the edge of his porch. Without making any effort to come inside, she swooped her hair to the side and wrung it out like a mop.
"Close your eyes."
"What?"
"Close your eyes just for a second. I need to take off these pantyhose."
White hosiery littered with runs and splattered with mud outlined very shapely, very long legs. He lifted a brow. "Please confirm you're not a wily thief about to do me in." She smiled, and he blinked. Even grimy and dripping, the woman's wide grin was all sunshine, daylight, and beautiful white teeth.
"I'm not a wily thief."
"What about a thief of any kind, wily or no?" he clarified.
"Not a thief of any kind. Just a stranded flight attendant, trying to keep from making a mess on your lovely wooden floor."
A flight attendant, of course. He now recognized the red suit and the red, white, and blue silk scarf tied limply about her neck as part of a uniform he'd seen on countless occasions. He allowed his gaze to slide down to her breast pocket. The requisite pair of flight wings were pinned to it. He closed his eyes as requested and heard the swish of hosiery. He tried not to conjure up an image of her lifting her skirt in order to perform her task, but he was a writer. It was his job to conjure up images within his head and describe them in detail. And his imagination said, "Nice."
"Okay," she said. "You can open them now."
He did. Her legs were tanned but still muddy. She, again, pushed a mass of hair back from her face.
"Do you happen to have a towel or something? Even without my shoes and hose, I'm carrying half the sludge and brambles from between here and my car."
The droplets and debris now running down her legs affirmed her statement. He hesitated. "I do. I also have an outdoor shower you could rinse off in if you'd like." Her blue eyes lit.
"You do? You wouldn't mind?"
"Not at all. It's round back." He picked up her shoes. "You'll need to put these back on, though. There's brush along the side of the cabin."
"Thank you."
He watched her without apology. There was just something about the way a woman slipped on her shoes that did it for him. The lifting of her foot, the pointing of her toes, the flexing of her calf muscles, the bending over. When she finished, she smoothed down her skirt. Stepping onto the porch, he grabbed an umbrella he had propped in an empty planter outside the door.
"What are you doing?"
she asked, backing up. "Helping you. The ground's saturated and uneven."